by Cory Doctorow. Read by Will Wheaton.
Hi, this is Cory Doctorow with a brief word about the history of this audiobook. When Homeland came out a year ago, many fans wrote to ask where they could buy the audio edition. I had to tell them that there wasn't one in the works. Random House Audio, who published the audiobooks for my previous novels, wasn't going to take on the expense of doing Homeland, even though it was the sequel to Little Brother, easily my best-selling novel to date. I couldn't blame them. The problem was that Audible, the largest audiobook distributor in the world, refused to carry my books, and without their support, 90% of the market was cut off from me. Oh, my audiobooks did incredibly well outside of Audible. I probably sell more audiobooks direct from my site than any other author in the world, but it's all small potatoes compared to Audible's market. Why wouldn't Audible carry my books? Well, technically they would, but only if I'd allow them to put the books in a special cryptographically locked wrapper called Digital Rights Management, or DRM. Instead of selling you an MP3 of my book, which you can play on any device, Audible insists on selling you a .aa file that can only be played on Audible-approved hardware and software. Under a 1998 U.S. law called the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, or DMCA, it's illegal to make a player for an AA file without Audible's permission. It's even illegal to describe how the AA player and format work. Audible says that this is all to prevent piracy, even though the AA file format has been broken for years. Pretty much any audiobook on Audible can be downloaded for free from popular torrent sites like the Pirate Bay. I think it's fair to say that locking customers, authors, and publishers to Audible's platform has more to do with their DRM policy than piracy. But here's the thing. Even if this is about piracy, it's piracy of my book. Audible, the mere distributor of my work, has no business insisting that obnoxious anti-copying technology be applied to my copyrighted work if I object. When Random House and I asked Audible to sell my books without DRM, they turned us down. Audible is the supplier of downloadable audiobooks for Amazon and iTunes. If you love audiobooks like me, chances are you spent a lot of money with them. When I finally broke away from Audible, I'd already spent thousands of dollars with them, and it took me a whole month of running 3 old laptops 24/7 to get my books in a format that I could take out of Audible jail and use with my unapproved devices. Audible are the giant in the field, and everyone in the industry is really afraid of them. 3 different audio publishers told me that they wouldn't carry my audiobooks if they included an introduction like this one, even if the book was never offered for sale through Audible. No one wants to offend the company that controls 90% of the market. I listen to a ton of spoken word audio, podcasts, audiobooks, radio. Audible's all over it, advertising its really excellent catalog, but I haven't given Audible a dime in 10 years. Don't worry, I'm not going to ask you to do the same. All I ask is, if you like this audiobook, please drop Audible customer service a line and ask them to allow authors to choose whether or not DRM is applied to their works. There's no possible piracy-related justification for imposing DRM against the wishes of creators. And until Audible changes its policy and decides to let the copyright holders choose whether or not to use DRM, you'll always be able to buy my audiobooks, this one and many others, from my website at craphound.com. They come as MP3s without any DRM, and when you buy them, the money goes directly to the creator, that's me, and to publishers that had the integrity to let me refuse to sell on Audible unless I get the final say on DRM. Thank you. I hope you love Will's reading of Homeland as much as I do. Cory Doctorow, March the 6th, 2014, London, England.